Despite the outcome of the game tonight, really initial thoughts for how the team performed tonight?
I thought we competed pretty well till it was 47-43. I don't know what was left in the game, and knew we were going to have to do something like that, keep it close, and get ourselves a puncher's chance a little bit. They're a good team. Tough matchup for us because De Silva is just such a problem. He's a good player, and they got so much shooting around him. I thought they played well too. So, my initial thought for 30 minutes or so, we were fighting, we were competing. They shot the ball really well, and White and Jones were important for us to try to wipe them off the three, and they went 5 for 6. And we needed 1 for 6 out of them to keep competing there.
It was hopeful for the beginning of this week for Isaac's participation tonight. Just didn't play again tonight. What's the current status on his injury?
I think he's closer. I think we'll know more Monday, tomorrow. But I feel like we hadn't practiced yet, but he's getting closer. He's done some workouts and stuff like that, so I think we're close to having him.
You played a little bit more Kuntz tonight. Was there something different you saw against Stanford tonight?
Yeah, just De Silva, and you kind of have to match up with them and playing. It's really hard to play a true 5 against them unless they're playing Kasunas or Keefe defensively, because they just really are playing 5 guards out there. And De Silva's a 6'9", 6'10" guard that really skillful, really good around the basket. Good basketball player, so that just puts you in a pickle. So Jeff was going to have a tough man, and then they double the post every time you throw it in there. So it's not like you can, and they're quick to rotate out of there. So they're doing it. It's hard to get post catches.
What's kind of next on the to-do list for the team this coming week to go to Seattle?
Just we'll obviously got to prep for zone. Again, both teams. Stanford plays a little differently, and obviously Washington with the 2-3. So you got to be prepared for that. I saw a little bit of them yesterday. They're playing even bigger, so it's funny. Like, you got to probably play small to try to. I don't know what they. Obviously, we played much better here against Stanford than we did down there, so that's some confidence against, because we might. Who knows? We might be matched with them. I think we're matched up with them right now for the conference tournament. So if we're going to get good in this league, you got to, we're going to have to put that one away. We got to play better against those guys.
What do you hope the seniors will take away at the end of the season? And how do you think they'll look back at the end of their career?
I think that I know they've already embraced our program as far as having a great attitude, great work ethic. They're going to appreciate Pullman. They're going to appreciate Washington State and Washington State basketball. And the hope is that we get this thing turned and get really competitive, and they got a place to come home to and know that they were part of this, and they have been. So it couldn't be with Jeff, we all know Jeff's been great. And Gervais has been a little bit of an unsung hero. We've talked about him a lot. He really, he did a great job on Terry Terry got two late threes, one against zone. But he's a really good player, and he did a really good job on him. And he's been like that for us, and he's kind of turned into a more vocal leader. But I always tell these guys, I like coaching college is this journey from adolescence to young adulthood, and I think these guys are going to be really successful people. And one that doesn't get mentioned is Deion James. I know he's a grad transfer, but it's really hard to get him in school. He had to do a lot of stuff just to get here. Would have been easy for him. He had the heart issue. It would have been easy for him just to say, I'm done. He was straight A's in his grad school program when they were concerned whether he could handle the work. And he's staying here and working on his master's. So and that's a big part of what we want to be, is guys that really care about it, academics, faith, family, team, and academics. And it's a great start for our program.
Jeff and Gervais had both mentioned that you kind of inserted a new defense. So obviously, you might play them again, so you don't want to spoil it. But can you give us some kind of hint there?
Yeah, I just think that it's going to be what we're being a little shorthanded. It's going to be hard to pressure them. So we tried something different. It wasn't much better, but they tried to execute it, and they, like I said, hat tip to Stanford for exploiting the little. I thought we did a good job. Like Jones, boy, he got 3 looks. He banged them all. One actually hit the backboard first, kind of crotched it and crept in. I'm like, gosh, tough. We can't afford those. Not tonight. And like I said, White got loose once in transition, and once we just helped strong sides, they just made us pay, and that's, like I said, those two go 5 for 6. It's going to be tough. And we were trying to hang on them. It's not like we were helping off of them. That's the deal. Like, we weren't helping off them. So, hey, tell Coach Haas we'll have something else. We're 0 for 2 on those. We'll have a new defense for the third one.
And then, the last 3 games, I know it's kind of been a toil for 3-point shooting. Is that something that you just like shoot through it and it'll come eventually, or is what do you say in that regard?
I don't know. I mean, part of it is obviously it's hard. Some are young guys. They're this long in the season. They got to play through it and find better shot. And like I said, Marvin, you know what? He's coming back a little bit. I thought he really played well second half. He banged a 3, turned down a couple shots, but he was really trying to play right. And that loose ball, I thought might spark us. Got 3 offensive boards. He's a guy. He needs to be more of a scoring threat. I think he missed 2 free throws. Was uncharacteristic of him. He's like 90% foul shooter last year. So get him going a little bit. But we need, we're listed a guard. Obviously Isaac come back, puts a lot more, kind of puts everyone in their natural roles, and we need to. Hopefully he can come back and do that for us Friday.
Would you like to see these guys again in Vegas, or just given the matchup, do you want to?
Everyone in this league is good. Everyone's in this league is there's no nights off. But we'll take whoever we get, and like I said, if it'd be nice we proud of us because I know that team's a little bit of a bugaboo. When I got here and they're like, hey, Stanford's pretty, because I think they beat us really badly twice down there, and our guys. That's one of the things I was kind of auditing everyone. Hey, what do you think of these teams? And they're like, Stanford. I was like, okay, so it was better tonight. So no moral victories, but we competed much better. Tried to play right. Got to put the ball in the basket.
Is that the best you've seen Tony since he returned a week ago or so?
Yeah, I think he played well against UCLA too, and he's just a good player. We had 5 fouls. You only get 5 of them. I don't know. I was mad because when he got his 4th, I said, I forgot he got the 3rd on. I thought was a tough call where he went vertical, his arms are extended, and so that we need all our bullets. Noah was playing foul trouble in the first half, and that's we got to get better there.
This game being kind of the last buffer between the rest of the season as well as the Pac-12 tourney. How do you kind of prepare for these road games coming up, knowing that you don't have a home game to kind of give yourself a moral cushion?
Got to get tough. We're just going to have to get tough on the road. This is the time of year where teams decide which way they want to go. And like I said, we're on the short end of it tonight, but it wasn't because of our effort and our competitiveness, which is everything. And that's just being around the game, head coach for a while, and in your heart, usually like, hey. Sometimes you tell them, hey, we did all right. When we didn't quit, we fought, and they were just a better team today. In the last, I don't know how much time was left when it was 47-43. Damn, I was going to say 6. No, I knew it was like 10 or 12. So they outplayed us down the stretch for sure. They did a good job.
With UW coming up this Friday, you have an opportunity to sweep Washington as a first-year Wazoo coach. Is there a little additional kind of, hop in your step to sweep Washington?
We need a win. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think I know they've had their struggles and stuff, and they got healthy yesterday, so they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves. And they had some trying times, and they're a really talented team, and they're, I think they're going to be pretty geared up, and we have to be ready to handle ourselves on the road emotionally, and grow up there. And we did it. We did it at UCLA. We just didn't pull it off. And SC, they got us. So hopefully we can get back and give a great effort.